kind of a late split last summer. Came along real well, and it seems to have overwintered real well. Little bees up there feeding on some dry sugar. I do have a little bit of Winter Pro on all these hives. I'm looking up here in the food super I've got for them. There's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 3.5 frames of capped honey up here right now, which is the best food to feed your bees, is their own honey that they brought in. This came in probably off the fall nectar flow here, goldenrod. Smells like wet gem socks, so that's probably what it is. I'm sure it is. Well, we still want to get down and do an inspection on this. There's some bees up there storing. I can see where they've chewed the cappings off, so they are taking, either ingesting some of that honey. That's a good little group of bees for in comparison to what we've had. Saskatraz Queen again seem to be doing real well, overwintering real well. I'll probably order some more in the apiary. I like the genetics so far, what I'm seeing. They seem to overwinter real well. They start working early in the year at a cooler temperature. They're taking up a little more of this protein patty, but I want to put them something a little bit better. That was a no-no, but things happen. I'm not sure where the full plastic frames came from. I do not like plastic frames. They just don't have the proper bee space at the bottom, and there will always be a burr comb underneath them. If the burr comb's built straight down underneath the frame, it's really no big deal. But if you keep everything uniform, all with wooden frames, they're all the same dimensions, then you don't have to worry about the burr comb. Burr comb is your enemy.
Why?
It will. It's just an easy way to roll a queen or squash bees, both of which we don't want to happen this time of year. Just give it a little bit of smoke. These are a little bit more defensive, no apparent reason. But I've been working the hives out here now for what, 30 minutes or so, so there'll be some robbing activity start up this time of the year. That's just natural. That's just natural behavior for the honeybee. It's a lot easier to rob your neighbor than it is to fly off and fill up with food and fly back. That's nothing but capped honey and a lot of sugar syrup stored in there, with a little bit of ultra bee pollen. Trying to figure out the best height to have our hives. It's back-breaking when I have to bend down like that. Nothing but just capped honey. Absolutely nothing else in that frame except for just some capped honey. See, she's going to be on probably this frame here. It's just where the cluster of bees are attending. And also, you know, they're a little more attentive to what I'm doing in relation to the other hives, but they're not coming after me. Got her? Mm-hmm. There she is. Hive beetles. Hive beetles will overwinter with your bees.
See one already?
Mm-hmm. Let's get rid of her, or at least cage her, and keep her safe. Won't keep it open too long. We're just going to look for some eggs. She's probably laid eggs on the adjacent frame. She just came over here, disturbed. This year, my focus is always going to be on mite control, but I'm going to focus real hard on beetles. I don't like the small hive beetle. They really don't do that much damage, noticeable damage, but they'll still set a hive back. Because it takes workers to put them in beetle prisons and clean out their larvae, and you don't want to do anything to distract the female worker bee from her duty, which is taking care of brood or foraging nectar and pollen. Let's see if we've got any. A little bit of cat brood there, a little bit of cat brood here. I just want to look for some eggs real quick. I don't want to keep this out too long. A lot of Ultra Bee sub being brought in, I can see on their legs, which is fine. They really, so far, haven't seen much pollen, so that may be all the pollen this hive is getting to feed right now. A little bit of natural pollen there. A lot of that looks like dandelion that was probably brought in this year. And some little bit of viable brood in there, a little bit of cat brood. Again, not a big patch. But just enough for these bees to take care of. I'm going to pull one more frame out here. And well, there's a lot more pollen. Capped honey, a lot of Ultra Bee pollen sub I should say, and a lot of natural pollen stuck in there, so they're okay for now. They brought a lot of Ultra Bee in this week. It's been nice all week. They've been able to get out and forage. We do have some cold weather coming. Cooler weather, I shouldn't say cold, cooler weather. It's going to be to where they can't forage, so. But this hive is okay also. Get these girls back together. A little more active flying there. I think there's some robin activity trying to kick up here a little. Or they just may be flightier bees. Still, they're not coming at me or after me. They're just too busy this time of the year. They don't want to lose their lives by stinging something unless they just have to. It won't work. Right in here. That's where I'm going to try to put her back where she was. Flapping them wings, but she went down. Had a lot of strange things happen with flying queens last year. A couple of times that we introduced queens, they flew and went into hives, just one or two hives down. You know, we did find them, but by the time, I mean, we went down and inspected that hive probably 10 to 15 minutes later, and they had already pretty much accepted the one that flew in there and balled their original queen.